All right, so we just found out the Rams aren't going to place Matthew Stafford on injured reserve, so that is potentially good news. And it does sound like the Rams are going to give Matthew Stafford an opportunity up until game time to decide whether or not to play him. So this is a little interesting. There's a chance, and I would say it's bigger than 50% right now that he plays this weekend. I'm kind of iffy on it, but I mean, at the same time, I was thinking about it, and while the Packers' run defense is absolutely atrocious, and we'll dive into that as we get into our preview later on in the week, but you know, the run defense is atrocious for the Packers. So Darrell Henderson, who just signed the active roster, plenty of reps for him, plenty of reps for Royce. You might even see Zach Evans a little bit. You might see Myles Gaskin. But they should be running the ball 40 times in this game until the Packers show that they can really stop the run. But at the same time, like, Brett Rippon, is he good enough to win games with? He's won a couple games in his career, but is he good enough to be okay with him out there? And to be honest with you, I don't think they're going to win if they start Brett Rippon. So I don't know if they're going to win with that injured Stafford. I mean, I guess we'll see, but really interesting stuff there. It doesn't seem like this is going to be a long-term thing. Mind you, it's not 4 weeks, folks, okay? You put him on IR, it's not 4 weeks. If that was the case, then Kyren Williams could come off IR right after the bye. No. It is 4 games that he would have to miss. So that would be significant, would probably end their season. And so the Rams are either going to sit him out this week and probably bring him back after the bye, or they're just going to play him. And I think there's a pretty decent, I would say close to 55 to 60% chance right now that he's going to play. I kind of get the feeling he's going to play. My gut is telling me he's going to play. And the reason I say that is you don't just go out, and I've had time to sleep on this, you don't just go out and grab, of all people, dress or win, if you are serious about, him playing. I mean, here's how I see it. If they got John Wolford, there's a chance he would have started this week. But they didn't get John Wolford. He was signed to Tampa Bay's roster, 53-man. So it's Brett Rippon, who, I got to tell you, I think Sean McVay is complimentary of. Like, don't get me wrong, it sounds like he likes him, but it doesn't sound like he trusts him. And notice every single thing, whether it was on his Coach McVay show or the presser, he's preparing for himself. He's preparing like he's the starter. He's done a good job. Like, it doesn't feel like a confidence. Like, I get a confidence when I hear Arthur Smith talking about Taylor Heineke starting over, Desmond Ridder. I get a confidence hearing about, guys like that. I get a confidence hearing about Kyle Shanahan talking about Sam Darnold. If they really had to start Sam Darnold, he clearly is confident in him. There are backups that head coaches are confident about. Brett Rippon is not a backup that Sean McVay feels confident about. In the past, Wolford, to an extent. In the past, Perkins, no. I don't think he was confident in Perkins at all. So, look, I think this kind of tells us something. I'm going to go with my gut here. I'm going to say Stafford does play. Now, here's the thing. If you play Stafford, you better use him as a game manager as much as you can, because you're not trying to injure him. You're trying to get in and get out with a win. That's it. Does not matter the score. Doesn't matter how ugly the game is. Just get the win. Because if you put Stafford out there, you put him in harm's way, he gets hurt and you lose, that's the end of your season probably. So, look, I understand a lot of people are talking about 2024, and I will get to it. Okay, I will get to the point where I'll probably make a video soon talking about my thoughts about the 2024 plan, and I've known about this for a while. And also, most importantly, why I'm skeptical of the plan. Not saying it won't work. I'm skeptical about why people are so, high on the 2024 plan and like acting as if this team doesn't have talent on it. But anyway, that'll be a different video. The point of this video is just to let you know that, first off, Matthew Stafford did not practice today. That's not a big deal. If you listen to Believe in Rams, episode 176, we brought in Dr. John Chow, then you should know. He basically explained it. These type of things, like, he doesn't have to practice, okay? If he's limited, it's a dead giveaway he's going to play. If he's limited, it's going to happen. But, I mean, just think about it, okay? You bring in Dresser Wynn. The presser today with Dresser Wynn, or talking about Dresser Wynn, Sean McVay, just didn't seem like, he's like, yeah, he did some good things. We decided to bring him in. Like, 2 months ago, he did some good things. Like, he showed us something. Like, it didn't seem like he was like really excited about him. Didn't seem like he was really excited about Brett Rippon. And Sean McVay is not a poker face guy. He's got no poker face. This isn't gamesmanship. This is not coach speak. He's not confident about them. Stafford is the only one he's confident about. It goes back to the video I said. The Rams are willing to go down with the ship. If Matthew Stafford doesn't start, they are not going to be confident in Brett Rippon. He's taking the first team reps today, and Dresser Wynn is going to be simulating the scout team, if you will. But no, he's not confident in him. You could tell. You could tell. And it's not, I'm not hating on Sean McVay for not being confident in his backup quarterback. I'm just saying I don't think he's confident in his backup quarterback. I don't. They drafted Stetson Bennett to be their career backup, to be their franchise backup. I know that sounds weird, but I actually understand the rationale behind it. They drafted him in the 4th round so they wouldn't have this exact problem that they have right now. But we'll see. If Stafford plays, here's the thing. If Stafford plays, then he should be fine. Because that means that he's good enough to throw the football, grip the football, all of that. If he doesn't play, he can't grip the football. Or it's precaution. But 3-6 is not great. 4-5 isn't great, but it's a lot better than 3-6. 6 losses, you got about 2 more that you could realistically lose and still have a shot at making the playoffs. It's a very slim margin at that point. But sticking around 4-5 feels a little bit better, does it not? Well, anyway, those are my thoughts. I think Stafford plays this week. I'm kind of, leaning in that direction. I would say it's probably a 55% chance he plays right now. My gut is telling me he's 100% going to play. We'll see. Well, I'll keep you posted as this week goes on, because right now he didn't practice. It doesn't matter. Aaron Donald, TJ Watt, those type of guys, we had this conversation in a video prior. Those type of guys don't need to practice. They show up. If they're ready, they're good. Awesome. Stafford's not one of those guys I'm worried about. If he doesn't play, I didn't really want him to play to begin with, but at the same time, I feel like this is, God forbid I say it, the quote unquote must win. This is that. This is a must win game. And so the Rams have to win this one. They haven't been able to win in Lambeau regardless of health. To be fair, that was also going up against, you talk about one of the best to ever do it, Aaron Rodgers. This is Jordan Love, who today there was a little report that came out that Gutenkist, or they call him Goody, the GM for the Packers, doesn't feel necessarily one way or the other about Jordan Love being the franchise quarterback of the future. So a lot of indifference here, and we'll see what happens. But anyway, those are my thoughts. I think Stafford plays. I'm curious what you guys think. Drop in the comment section below. I'll have another video or two come out later today. Also, if you guys want to check out my thoughts on Jaren Hall, if you're an NFL fan, I drop my thoughts on Jaren Hall on the Off the Edge show page on YouTube. Just letting you guys know the shift for this channel. This is going to be predominantly Rams. It already kind of has been, but after reviewing the analytics, there's just too great of a jump. And while I want to credit the audience for that, and I do believe that, yes, we are growing, and that's great, I also think a big reason why we are growing is because we've stuck to the Rams stuff. It's why I'm not really posting Off the Edge on here anymore, because it simply hurts the algorithm. I'm getting less recommendations. They're not going on your page. They're not going on Rams fans' page, because at the end of the day, YouTube has an algorithm that you have to abide by. If you don't, your stuff doesn't get recommended. And that's unfortunately what I've probably dealt with that for my whole time doing this. My second ever video was about Melo Ball. I did videos about Loki and WandaVision, MCU stuff, horror movie podcast, all sorts of stuff. So I think really now I've learned YouTube, and for the most part, and from now on, this you can consider, until I get big enough where I can make whatever the hell I want and people watch it. This is a Rams channel, okay? Not an 85%, not a 95%, not a close to 100%. This is 100% a Rams channel from here on out. Now, things can change, but that's probably down the road. If you want the NFL content, you could check it out on Off the Edge. Obviously the link is in the description there. If you want gaming content, any all 22 miscellaneous stuff, that is going to live on Kick. Okay. The link is in the description below, but Believe in Rams, Downtown Rams, any Rams video is going to live here. Draft stuff, I might deviate a little bit. I might do more draft stuff on here. Everything else is going to be all Rams. So that's that. I appreciate you guys. You guys take care, and I'll see you guys soon. Later, folks.
Start playing Pick'em or Weekly Fantasy for any sport today, Jake. Users will receive a 100% deposit match up to $100 if they use promo code OTE at sign up. Start playing Pick'em and Weekly Fantasy Football today with Underdog Fantasy.
Do you love talking about the Rams, the NFL, or just want to be a part of a community? Join my free Discord server today. We're over 800 members. We got 24/7 live chat, a level 3 boosted server, the ability to call into JE Live, playing online games with us on Kick streams, toggleable alerts for when I go live on YouTube or Kick so you don't miss a live stream, and exclusive giveaways. Click the link in the description, the comments section, or the link that comes up in the video to learn more and join today.